Hey everybody, I'm Nikki and you're watching Backyard Politics. I'm back. I don't usually drop videos on Sundays, but let's be honest, I missed you guys and I miss doing this. So here's a video on a Sunday. We are headed for catastrophe. Let's just be honest. All right. So the unemployment claims tick back up to over 1 million. All right. We have over 1 million people in America that are unemployed right now. And then we also have nearly 16,000 restaurants have permanently closed since the pandemic started, and even more closures are on the horizon. 60% of restaurant closure since March 1st have been permanent, according to a Yelp report released on Wednesday. California has seen the highest number of permanent closures, followed by Texas and New York. A second wave of shutdown is expected to impact businesses, and pandemic-related business woes aren't going away anytime soon, meaning more closures are on the horizon. And I'll link to all of these in the description box below, but this is where we're headed. Okay, we've already got 60% of restaurants closed. We have over a million Americans unemployed right now. And 28 million evictions are looming. So, where is Congress? Oh, they just went on vacation and then recently came back for a little bit to pretend like they give a shit about the post office. But nobody's giving a shit about the American people, the working people. There are going to be way more homeless people, way more people without jobs. I mean, this is fucking insane. This is like the Great Depression all over again, but worse. I expect it's going to get worse. We are headed for climate catastrophe, and nobody's fucking talking about it. I have another video that I'm going to be dropping soon on climate change. But I'm feeling hopeless, and I know a lot of you are too. We got Trump, we got to get out of the White House because he's icky and does all these terrible things. We've got Biden as our choice, who's just going to implement the same shit that's been going on this whole fucking time, right? Obama is the one that let the banks kick out all those fucking people from their houses the last time around. Do not forget that. So we do have some choices. When Bernie dropped out, that was it for me. I think right after that I put out a video saying, fuck this, fuck, don't vote. I changed my tune on the don't vote. I say you have to use every tool that we have at our disposal and move forward, right? We got a strike, general strikes. General strike was trending on Twitter, mind you, okay? There's a reason for that. There are protests in the streets. Portland's fucking nuts right now. There's alt-right attacking the anti-fascists in the streets. The cops are hiding. They're hiding in fucking Salem too. I have video footage of that, and I'll be dropping another video on that too. We're on our own, okay? So here are some options so that you don't feel as completely defeated, like you have no choices, all right? Obviously, at a local level is the most important place for change. However, there is a movement to elect Jesse Ventura as president, where I sign up to be an elector for my state. And you can also do that for yours if you go to the People for Jesse Ventura. And right here it says, a draft movement is the option people can take when no candidate is worthy of their vote. Eisenhower was the first successful political draft and took a private citizen to Oval Office, making Dwight the 34th president. Ready for Jesse? Join us. Draft Jesse, run Ventura 2020. Okay? So there are a bunch of people that have decided that obviously Trump and Biden, we have no choices there. Okay? It's one and the same. They're rapists, racist. They're just to fill the status quo. So people got together and are asking Jesse Ventura to run. He said that he can't come out and run a campaign because there's medical issues in his family and he can't afford to lose his health insurance. Pretty pretty much all of us can understand that. But he said that if the people chose for him to be president, he would do the job. He said that on Primo Nutmeg. I encourage you to go watch that video that Primo Nutmeg has on his channel. So this is an open letter for Governor Jesse Ventura. It says, a majority of people plan to vote against a candidate rather than for one they believe in. They deserve a real choice. Governor, you polled at 18% without a campaign. A massive 40% of the electorate is already registered independent. With you in the race, those voters will have a real option. Run for office and work with us to unite the country. You can't do it alone, and we can't do it without a true leader. Run, Jesse, run. So Jesse Ventura actually saw this letter that the People for Jesse published in a local paper, and he commented on it, and it's pretty badass. And I have a little video clip to show you. This is from the People for Jesse. You can subscribe to their channel on YouTube. I would really encourage you to follow them on Twitter and sign up to be an elector for your state. You can ask them any questions that you have. But here's a little video clip.
The state of our country today, we're in a mess. And who is to blame? The Democrats and the Republicans.
The virus here in the U.S. now approaching 160,000 deaths.
People need to understand this pandemic is a war, and it should be fought that way, and the leadership in Washington is horrific. If the United States goes to war, which we have to against this pandemic, it has to be a United States of America.
The Dow collapsing around 1,900 points today. Its worst single-day loss ever.
Nearly 50 million people have lost their jobs over the last 14 weeks.
And in terms of the contraction in GDP, the largest drop in American history.
Mr. President, are you prepared to use the military against U.S. citizens?
Press, let's go. Press, let's go. Come on.
What you're seeing now is definite practice towards martial law by sending federal troops in when they're not being asked by the local government or the state government.
And look, the idea that there's going to be this revolution, Americans aren't looking for revolution.
We got to think revolutionary. You got to be ready to elect Che Guevara. Because I will change things if I won. If I were to get in this race, my message would be simple. We need an independent right now, because if Biden gets elected or Trump gets reelected, the polarization is going to continue and it's going to get worse.
I'm running for president. Since there's no candidate out there that satisfies my personal need, then I will be writing myself in. If America writes me in and I win, I'll do the job.
Hear that, everybody? If enough of us vote or write him in,
Find the world is new again.
Then he has no reason to turn us away. He's a veteran. He's a man of his word. He's for a Green New Deal. He's for getting the troops out of all of these fucking regime change wars. Why would you keep voting for the lesser of two evils? That's how we got Trump in the first place. Why don't you put your fucking vote where you put your dollar, right? Use it for something that is productive. Be smart with your vote. You don't go and just frivolously throw your money away. Why are you throwing your fucking vote away? Are you serious? So, there is also the Movement for a People's Party is having a People's Convention on August 30th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific. And they're going to have speakers such as Cornel West, Nina Turner, Mike Gravel, and Ryan Knight, I believe his name is, Marianne Williamson, and Jimmy Dore. I'm also trying to get them to ask Graham Elwood, but we'll see. I emailed them and tweeted them a couple times. But they do have a bunch of people on here that are going to be speaking. It's live on social media. Jimmy's going to have it on his channel, so make sure you're subscribed over there, and make sure you write this on your calendar, because none of us are getting any notifications as far as YouTube goes, especially for something this big. So write it on your calendar, August 30th. Go to the peoplesconvention.org and register to be a part of it. And then it says, for far too long, we have watched both corporate-funded political parties pillage and devastate our country, our communities, and our families. Now it is time for us to ask, what kind of world do we want to build from the ashes of this pandemic and economic depression? 1 week after the Democratic and Republican national conventions, people from all walks of life will come together to discuss the state of the nation and plans to form a major new political party in America. A party free of corporate money and influence, a people's party. Join us on Sunday, August 30th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the People's Convention. The convention will be digital and broadcast live to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter pages with millions of subscribers and followers. Sign up for more information and updates. So go to peoplesconvention.org, sign up there, and find out all the information, and make sure that you write that on your calendar, because nobody's going to get a notice on YouTube, like I said. So, with all of that being said, we do have choices here. You don't have to vote for Biden to get Trump out, okay? We have a movement going right now. There is a revolution, okay? Don't give up. Sign up for this stuff. Write Jesse in. Sign up for People for Jesse. Follow them on Twitter. Go to peoplesconvention.org. Don't give up. Keep fighting. Get on in the streets and do what you can, okay? Be an activist. Send emails to your local government officials and be the change. Don't just sit on your ass and expect other people to fucking do the shit for you, because we are headed for total climate collapse, all right? It's great to be back. I've missed you guys. I hope you like this episode. Please hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. Share this on all your social media. Use the hashtag #BackyardPolitics. And you can sign up on my Patreon. I have levels of $1, $3, and $5 for like behind the scenes stuff and fun shit like that. So I'm also on Venmo. And until next time, Medicare be with you.